pro wrestlers. You've come to the right place. The Jiggy Jaguar Experience.
Pro wrestlers.
The Jiggy Jaguar Experience.
I'll have to say, I do love the pro wrestlers. Because remember, I'm just a fucking mark, according to Steve Joyner, the publicist extraordinaire. Get a hold of us online at JiggyJaguar.com. That is your best spot to see what we are up to. Thanks for joining us. It is your Sunday radio broadcast. MC White Owl is going to join us here in a few moments. We are going to go to him on the supersonic Skype line. I don't know why it is supersonic, but it is. But it is! We are going to see if we can get the biggest star in the business. MC White Owl will join us. MC White Owl. He's going to be with us. You better tell him.
Hi, you've reached Aaron Handelman. Please leave me a message and I'll get right back to you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
MC White Owl. It is Jigman Freud. Jignacious Jaguar calling you for your radio interview. My number is 620-402-0878. Thank you, sir. Okay, he's nowhere to be found, so we are going to do this. We are going to go to his music, because that's what we do here. We play people's music. So, MC White Owl, he's got several tracks, and we are going to play 99 bottles, if I can find it, and we will pull it up, and we will get this rolling here. If you want to get a hold of us online, you can do so at JiggyJaguar.com, or you can find us at 990 WBOB out there in Rhode Island. Or the mix on Tuesdays. We have got a Steve Joyner report coming up. We've also got an update on Petty Murphy. But before we do that, let's go to 99 bottles. It is MC White Owl, and it's here on your big program.
I can't help myself. Yeah, and if you're drunk, I freak the funk until you're sober. Yeah, I just left Peter's with Jose Cuervo, an all-night party. With my entire Oma gang and my dude Ron Bacardi, searching for sex on the beach with my friend Johnny Walker. Six-pack with Stella, you know I'm gonna suck her. Martini with Mrs. Rossi, but Jim Beam was creeping. Took another shot, waiting for the Louis V to sleep in. 718, Bronx Brewery on the day. The bud made me wiser, hit the whole garden to me. With that beauty Bloody Mary, I'm absolute certain. Staring at the sky, vodka had my brain hurt. Quick close the curtain and pass that Coke 45. Four Loco, Modelo sucking that old English job. Adjusting my tie with a garnish and a chaser. For a little southern comfort that leaves my mind a racer. Malibu Bay Breeze, mojito and some melon. And if I don't quit drinking, I wind up a felon. Glasses down, bottoms up, this liquor top shelf. Smoking Uber, car Uber, driving drunk, bad for health. Praying for wealth, stuff, no guns and no knife. Salute, cheers like hype. Blessings to your life. Beer before liquor, hardly know it, but I blew her. Bailey's Irish Cream, Jameson and some Kahlua. I rode a crazy horse over the Goose Island. Pabst Blue Ribbon, dose of keys had me silent. Harpoon and dogfish, Guinness record land shark. Rocking out with Bex and an extra pint of heart. IPA extra dark, full blue moon. I left the maker's mark on the farm they call Boone. Pure Bowie, Zambuca, brown cow with Gazava. Irish car bomb blue, I brought my screwdriver to fix up the mix up Long Island iced tea, whiskey and some sour. Now I'm a zombie. I knew Pete was wicked, he was staring at a height. Stella's Bush, natural light, the mix was so tight. Watching fireballs streak across the light sky. 99 bottles, feel like I'm gonna die. I'm so drunk, man. Yeah, dude, I'm never drinking again. I can't help myself. You shouldn't have drank all that, yeah. I can't take another shot. Dude, I think I can't help myself.
What in this world could ever make a motherfucker knock?
99 Bottles, and we have got the artist of that track with us today, joining us on the telephone, our good friend, Mr. MC White Owl. How are you, sir?
Hey, what's up? This is MC White Owl, live in New York City with the Jig Master, and I'm so glad to be here, man. Thank you for calling me up.
So, that track we just played is pretty phenomenal. Tell me a little bit about the production process, bringing that thing to life. Tell me all about it, brother.
That track is produced by a gentleman by the name of Silent Someone, who's an amazing producer out in New York, based out of the Bronx, and he's basically a machine master. He uses a lot of the old school technology, Akai MPC 2000s, SP 1200s. He cuts samples, samples from vinyl records and from any other source that he might be taking it from, filters it all. That beat was a particular beat that I had heard, loved it. I was on the beach in Miami, actually, watching people drink. And, I drink, but not very often. I was thinking about all the different names of all the bottles of alcohol. Jack Daniels, Jameson, Jim Beam, Jose Cuervo. And I'm like, if I could just, string all those names together, be a dope song. And I appreciate you playing it. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you, it is pretty phenomenal. So when did you get this track put together?
That song is basically brand new. It's about a month old, and it's been out for about 2 weeks. And I don't actually realize, part of what I do as an artist is bomb out a lot of music. I'm a DJ myself, and nowadays with email, it's very I don't want to say it's easy, but it's a lot easier to get DJs like yourself, instrumentals and music. So I'm not exactly sure how I originally got you on my list, but I'm glad I did, and I have a nice list of FM and XM, DJs, and I think you were one of the first people to have that song because not many. It just started getting play up here in New York, so thank you for playing it before other people.
Well, it is fantastic. We have got MC White Owl with us today. He joins us here on our big broadcast.
Let me say,
yes, go, brother, go.
You guys have really supported me for a while. I very much appreciate it. And I missed an interview with you last year during COVID, I think, and I'm sorry about that.
Hey, that's cool. Stuff happens. We were in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Things were not normal. You are totally fine, brother.
So, what are you broadcasting on? What's the station number?
Well, today we are doing the Sunday radio show, so we are live on 990 WBOB out there in Rhode Island, of all places.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay,
we are also on the mix out there in Vegas, and then of course we are live as live can get on JiggyJaguar.com. But that's pretty much where we are today. So.
That's amazing, and I'm so happy to be here with you, man.
It's
Thank
good
you.
stuff.
Thank you for having me.
So how did you get started doing all this music stuff, brother?
I started in 1990 as a DJ buying vinyl records in 8th grade in New York just because watching other DJs, seeing it, hearing it, wanted to understand it. I was a music fan, when I was young, but hip-hop was the first music that I loved and wanted to be a part of and actually saw. I saw hip-hop up close in the streets of New York before rock and roll or before funk or anything like that. It was more common back in the early 90s to see DJs out and about than it was to see people playing instruments. And then, of course, being from New York, where I'm from, if you could rap, if you could actually think of things, freestyle, that was the key to getting to talk to everybody and getting into the different crews and being with different people. So I speak fast and I think fast and basically just always wanted to rhyme. About 1992 was the first time I rhymed in public. 1994, I went to Binghamton, New York, to SUNY Binghamton, got on college radio up there, really got the bug for it, and then made demos from 94 to 2000, got a Warner Brothers record deal in 2001, toured the country with some different acts, national acts, and after that, the way that I supported myself was as a DJ in New York City in the 2000s up to about 2010. And now I do it for the love of it. I'm only rapping and making music, you know, to hear myself do it and to actually get some radio play. It's not, there's no financial incentive, and it's not for any other reason. So that's why I might be a little more lyrical and a little more, you know, a lot of my lyrics are dealing with politics and stuff like that. I'm part of a group called Sophisticated Savage. We are based out of New York, and it's heavy lyrics based on, you know, the happenings of the world and geopolitical situations and the fact that we are in a crazy time in the world. So,
yes.
That's it.
Very, very crazy time in the world. One of the things that I talk about on the on our other radio program, where we do more politics-based stuff, is I talk about the fact that that this is all. It's just like Michael Savage says. This is all a shell game. Everybody is in on it, and it's us versus them. What do you guys in your group think about kind of the politics and some of the things that are going on?
Hey, Jiggy Jaguar, you just cut out. Can you hear me?
Yes, I've still got you. You're still here, baby.
No. You said okay. What do
you think about, you know, the politics and some of the different things that are going on? Because on my other radio program that we do more politics stuff over there, and one of the things I always talk about is it's us versus them. You know, the Republicans, the Democrats are all the same. They're all bought out by the same people. For instance, like you mentioned, you know, during
I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more.
Give me your take on all this, baby. Talk to me about all this.
Corporations control America. Corporations control America. And the more that America and the American political system takes donations from corporations and takes big money and big donors control stuff, there are no two parties. There are no four parties. There's nothing. There's one corporation that's going to take over America and the world. That's, you know, and it's a terrible state of affairs. The only thing that people have that we can all share is the ability to maybe tell the truth, and on a local level change what you can. And you know, in New York where I live, things are on a macro scale, but on a micro scale you see neighborhoods, you know, people struggling for every single thing, and it's just, man, it's crazy heavy, and it's too much a lot of the times, and that's another reason to make music, just to spread some love and to remind people that this is a temporary state of affairs we're all visiting. Your soul is forever, and don't ever sell it to anybody for any reason, man. Keep your self-worth and your self-respect, and in the end, it'll all be made right, I hope.
Well, one of the things that gives me a little bit of hope with all this, especially on the political end. By the way, we're speaking with MC White Owl today here on the big broadcast. One of the things that kind of gives me some hope is that I'll turn on the Young Turks, and they're as progressive and as Democrat-leaning as you could possibly get. And they'll say corporations have captured democracy. And then I'll go over and I'll turn on Alex Jones, who is the complete opposite of everything they are. And the first words out of his mouth is corporations have captured democracy. And I'm like, okay, if everybody knows this, why can't we all get on the same side then?
That's a good question. I don't know. Because there's fake divisions and everything, and everybody is divided based on things that aren't actually real. And then, hey, listen, this country's founded on the greatest of ideals, right? Things are supposed to be for the people, by the people. But the people have wanted different things than the government has for God knows how long. And the drug war is one of the major ones that's very easy to reference. How long have people been locked away for nonviolent criminal offenses, and why? What was the reason for all that? You know, and how is now a time to solve that? How can we, you know, hopefully pardon a lot of those people and get them out of prison and restore their rights in society? But anyway, I don't want to.
No. I hear you, brother. We have got a great guest with us today. MC White Owl joins us here on our big broadcast. He is amazing. He has got some incredible music out there. And you can find him.
I appreciate that very much. It's very kind of you to say.
Yeah,
so,
he is.
I've been making hip hop for years and years, and a lot of it is all over the place because my mind is always changing, like I believe many people's are. The older I get, sadly, the more cynical I get, which is not, part of making music is trying to keep yourself young and keep in touch with what's going on. But I definitely feel like the older I get, I do fall into the trap sometimes of some of the things I promised I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I hear you. There is that it's us versus them, and a lot of young people feel that older people are the them and they're the us, but that's not the goal, right? We are all on this planet trying to find out the answers for ourselves, and you know what? That's the main goal of my music, honestly, is to help people with what I know and to share my truth. And if it helps anybody, then so be it. That would be a beautiful thing that I would be able to help anybody with.
Well, I think that's awesome. We have got MC White Owl with us today. He joins us here on our big broadcast. So another song that I want to play of yours is Mo Savage. Tell me a little bit about this track.
Nice. Okay, I appreciate you playing that. That's a great. So that's Sophisticated Savage is the group. It's Rhinoceros Funk is one of the producers and one of the MCs. He produced Mo Savage. Yazilla, also named Yazid, is the second member. He's an MC. And then there's me. I'm an MC and a producer. Mo Savage that's Sophisticated Savage. It's a little more in your face, a little more angry as a whole. We're a collective and trying to comment on the state of affairs in the world. And Mo Savage is basically, commenting on the fact that people just slide into certain things too easily, like hip-hop. Hip-hop is a musical genre where you got to know the roots. You got to respect people from the past. You can't just grab things, grab names, grab beats, and just, speak over them and not know who to praise. So part of Mo Savage, which might not be as obvious to certain people, is just praising the history of hip-hop and the fact that, there's a lot of people that went before us to pave the way for us to be able to share what we do.
That's awesome. Well, we are going to do this. We are going to play this track. We're going to place you on a brief hold, and when we come back, we have got more with MC White Owl here on our Sunday radio.
Con Panoramic Wi-Fi de Cox puedes tener Wi-Fi como un campeón hasta
En esta esquina del sótano,
donde puedes ver la serie completa de una sentada.
Velocidades varían y no están garantizadas. Aplican restricciones.
You don't even have to be able to talk.
Yo, more savage, less sophisticated, more to ravage, pray less opinionated. On your way to destruction, get incinerated or reinvigorated. Either way, liberated. More savage, less sophisticated, more to ravage, pray less opinionated. On your way to destruction, get incinerated or reinvigorated. Either way, liberated.
You ride on the Autobahn of destruction. I hit functions with clear-cut instructions. Please do it up a la Chris Benoit. Assure there's no return when you go that far. Mo Savage, I'm Mo Vaughn in the song. On wacky tobacco, one swing and it's gone. Wherever he pounds, should be deified crown. Form a lust with the rush to stay sound. Fornicate with the force he creates. Coordinate. You clowns don't motivate, hold debate. With hellish halitosis, notice a gentleman quite ferocious. It's not your fault, designed to assault, worthless grain of salt. Liberate distressed and dispossessed, fed up with the mess, ready to catch wreck.
More savage, less sophisticated, more to ravage, pray less opinionated. On your way to destruction, get incinerated or reinvigorated. Either way, liberated. More savage, less sophisticated, more to ravage, pray less opinionated. On your way to destruction, get incinerated or reinvigorated. Either way, liberated. Freedom ain't free, I paid my dues. Got receipts from the streets plus some IOUs. That's why I choose not to hide my views. Play dumb when they come, got a high IQ. Say something, blaze something, lost they way, stay frontin'. Stay bumpin' in the system, solar wisdom and construction. What up then? Production and introduction, concussion. Grenades release the substance affecting physical functions at the function. Assumptions are greeted with proper treatment. Indecent proposals between people you speak with. Release quick, up and down motion, she seasick. Suck 3 dicks twice, new meaning for deep six. Repeat this, the overlord thrown overboard. Oversword swung in the battle, cutting through vocal cords. Local hordes riot in the street, trashing local stores. We meet on the downbeat as hatred gets manipulated. More savage, less sophisticated. More to ravage, pray less opinionated. On your way to destruction, get incinerated or reinvigorated. Either way, liberated. More savage, less sophisticated. More to ravage, pray less opinionated. On your way to destruction, get incinerated or reinvigorated. Either way, liberated.
Like a little orphan Annie Fanny Pack mentality. High Times Square, rare spirituality. Mental mentality, rental reality. Death is an illusion, the intrusion facility. Burn you like a calorie, PSI out the range. By lines, you bite minds when things are type strange. Written occupation, hesitation, advance. Death to the rest, they ain't stand a fucking chance. Slow your roll, you better cool down the pace. Really, this ain't a relay, but you run it like a race. Sublime lines on your face, heart on your sleeve. Don't breathe the air, that's how they spread the disease. Attitude is rude, disrespect they souls captive. Act with the actions or you'll never be active. Archaic digging, bobbing and weaving. We took what you borrowed, so it ain't considered thieving.
Just an excessive use of force beyond any possible justification.
More savage, less sophisticated. More to ravage, pray less opinionated. On your way to destruction, get incinerated or reinvigorated. Either way, liberated. More savage, less sophisticated. More to ravage, pray less opinionated. On your way to destruction, get incinerated or reinvigorated. Either way, liberated.
That is Most Savage, MC White Owl with us today. He joins us here on our big broadcast, and you're joining us each and every week on 990 WBOB out there in Rhode Island, of all places. You can also find us on The Mix on Tuesdays, and of course, JiggyJaguar.com. And you have got some really, really cool stuff here, man. Tell me a little bit about the production and the whole process of bringing that song to life.
So that one, Most Savage, again, produced by Rhinoceros Funk from Sophisticated Savage, and Sophisticated Savage is a team of 3 MCs, so it's a little bit more of a shared process of we get a sit around a recording studio, dig for beats, see what we like, we write to it, we hone it down. Usually we take maybe 1 or 2 days of test runs, go through it, and then if it's cohesive enough, like that song was from the beginning, we record it, master it. It takes a couple of weeks, and then the song is done. And we usually, an album could take anywhere from 3 to 4 months, maybe a little bit longer if it's doing it for yourself. But in a case like that, that actual beat from Mo Savage was made by Rhinoceros Funk, who does an amazing job for us. And the writing process is more fun with more MCs because you're bouncing ideas off of people. And you're kind of, it gives you a chance to break out of a mold, maybe. Sophisticated Savage, again, is a group. We've been together for 5 years. We've released 2 full albums. They're both online. You can follow us at Sophisticated, SOPHISTATED, Savage, SAVAGE, one word, Sophisticated Savage, on Instagram and LinkedIn, and on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm MC, like MCWHITEOWL everywhere, MC White Owl everywhere. Stickers out, vinyls out. I've released 7 albums. And again, man, it's all about the obsession of just doing it, hearing it, wanting to do it. For me as a solo artist and as a DJ, a lot of what I like to do is bring back the oldies. Funk and soul records are good to sample because, not only might the people hear something they've never heard, but then they might go find the original song and actually want to hear where it really came from.
That's awesome.
Which is, that's par for the course in hip-hop.
That's part of it.
Hip-hop is all about breathing life into older stuff. By the way, man, I want to say something, Jiggy Jaguar.
Yes.
You are amazing, man. You have amazing website and an amazing online presence.
Well, thank
How
you.
How did you get so big?
Basically, I have done all I have done over the years because the radio and TV industry told me you're not allowed to play in our playground. So I just went ahead and just kept doing it because no one's going to tell me what the hell to do.
That's a beautiful thing.
So we just keep doing it, even though the radio industry can't stand me, and the TV industry is not a real big fan of mine either. But we just keep doing this stuff, and we keep having, great people like you send us emails, and I'm like, let's get them on the show. So I think that's fantastic.
A beautiful thing. I really appreciate the help and really appreciate you sharing the music, and I have more music coming to you. And, anyone who's out there wants to reach out to me for anything, it's mcwhiteowl@gmail.com.
Fantastic.
mcwhiteowl@gmail.com. You're reaching out direct to the artist, and stickers, records, CDs, emails. Also find me on SoundCloud. You can find a lot of my downloads are free because my music, I feel like it should be given out.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on and chatting with us, and definitely keep us updated, brother. I definitely want to have you back on when you got some new music.
I will be back, Jiggy Jaguar. I appreciate you, man. Please email me. You're the best.
Definitely.
Cheers to everybody out there in Rhode Island, Kansas, wherever you are.
Thank you, brother. Have yourself a wonderful day.
You too. Later.
Appreciate it, bro. There he goes. That's MC White Owl. And when we come back, we have got more coming up on the Sunday radio broadcast. It is the Jiggy Jaguar Experience back here in a few moments.